No one knew that Ethan Clark, the man who always smiled first in the morning meetings, was quietly unraveling. He had the good job, the clean apartment, the gym membership, and the social media profile full of sunsets and salads. But behind that polished exterior lived a man who hadn't felt joy, not real joy, in years. Every morning, he woke to an alarm that reminded him more of survival than purpose. He'd dress, check his emails before coffee, respond to texts he didn't feel like reading, and sit through meetings that blurred into noise. And yet, when anyone asked how he was doing, his response was automatic. "I'm good. Busy, but good." Ethan had mastered the art of looking happy, but not the art of being it. The turning point came on a Tuesday. He was leaving the office late, another 10-hour day behind him, when he saw the janitor, Mr. Rubin, whistling while sweeping the hallway. Ethan paused. "Long day?" he asked. Rubin grinned. "Longest one yet, but it's a good night to be alive." Ethan tilted his head. "You always this cheerful?" Rubin leaned on his broom. "Son, happiness is something I decided to carry, not wait for." That sentence hit Ethan like a gust of wind. Unshakable. Direct. Happiness is something I decided to carry, not wait for. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. His mind replayed the moment, circling that one sentence like it held a secret formula. The next morning, instead of diving into work, he Googled something he never had before. How to be happy. He scrolled past cliches and clickbait. Then he found a line from an old philosopher. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. He wrote it down, pinned it on his mirror, and decided to run an experiment. What if happiness wasn't a destination? What if it was a practice? Day one of the experiment started with something small, no phone for the first 30 minutes after waking. Just quiet, breath, and the sound of a world he'd forgotten to notice. He took a walk before work, no music, no podcasts. Just trees, sidewalk cracks, and birdsong. Something in him stirred. Nothing loud. Just a quiet reminder, you're here. You're breathing. That's enough for now. The first week was rough. Work still felt meaningless. Traffic still frustrated him. People were still people. But he kept going. 10 minutes of stillness. One handwritten gratitude note. A walk at lunch. Laughter without guilt. He began asking his barista how her morning was. He started journaling, not about work, but about what mattered. And slowly, the fog began to lift. By week 3, Ethan noticed something strange. He laughed more. He complained less. The gym wasn't a punishment, it was peace. And people noticed. "Something different about you lately," his coworker Maya said. "You seem lighter." He smiled. "I'm learning how to master happiness." She laughed. "Is that even possible?" He shrugged. "I don't know, but I'm practicing." The real test came when his quarterly report bombed. His team missed targets. His boss frowned. The email tone was sharp. Old Ethan would have spiraled, internalized the failure, let it eat at him for weeks. But new Ethan, practicing happiness Ethan, did something different. He took a breath, went outside, and stood under the sky. One bad day doesn't undo the joy you're building. Happiness is a habit, not a headline. That night, he called his parents. Not for a favor, just to hear their voices. He cleaned his apartment, lit a candle, played a song he loved from college. Then he danced. Alone. In socks. Laughing at himself. It wasn't some cinematic transformation. It was real. Honest. His. Months passed. Ethan kept his habits. Some days he forgot. Other days he soared. He volunteered at a weekend food drive and realized giving felt better than achieving. He mentored an intern who reminded him of his younger, anxious self. And one morning, on his usual walk, he bumped into Mr. Rubin again. The janitor grinned. "Told you, didn't I?" Ethan smiled. "You did." Rubin leaned on his broom. "Feels good, don't it?" "It does," Ethan said. "But I'm not chasing it anymore. I'm living it." Rubin winked. "That's how you know you're doing it right. Mastering happiness isn't about fixing everything. It's about finding something good in everything." Ethan wasn't perfect. Life still threw punches. But now he had tools. Rituals. Moments of peace he could return to. And every time the world got loud, he whispered to himself. Joy is in the small. Meaning is in the moments. Happiness is what you choose even when life doesn't. He wasn't waiting for happiness to arrive anymore. He was practicing it. One breath, one step, one choice at a time.